What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and today's live stream, we got to talk about Folio. We got a roadmap for Hero Wars Dominion era, and yeah, we got some big news to talk about today. I'm excited about it. First thing I want to do is I want to say hi to chat while we talk about the Emerald Word of the Day! Exclamation point Folio for the new hero coming to Hero Wars Alliance in about a week. I see a penguin there on the live stream. D. Warman, still missing, still gone. I don't know where he is. Maybe he'll be back someday. I don't know. Green Dragon, Lewis Carr F, HW Titan Lords, Scott K. Good to see you, Scott. Griff is here. Charlie's undefeated at Battle Shirts. I don't understand. RPG Holic. Lewis Carr, I'm great. I'm okay. I'm okay. Got some good sleep last night. Got another family phone call this morning that we're gonna have to deal with this afternoon. But you know, it is just one more thing. You know, just one more thing. Yeah, Kevin is here. Good to see you, Kevin. RPG Holic, we're not. Charlie will let us know when we can start spamming the word of the day. Yeah, I got it in there a little bit late. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everybody. Did I get all of the Hero Wars YouTube Guild members? Pine the Fjords. All right. Joining Cats and Dogs in New Bombay. Ooh, I love rain, though. I love it when it storms. I love it. I love bad weather. It brings the worst out of people. You can see people. You can actually see people. All right. One thing I want to talk about today, first and foremost, is the Wendy's shop. Yesterday, I asked the question of the community manager, hey, what's going on with Wendy's shop? I got no answer. Community managers answered other people's questions, but they did not answer mine. Yeah. No. Additionally, there is a bug with arena fights on Hero Wars Alliance. After the first 5, I guess I need to get that update going too. I don't think I've updated my game down here yet. The first 5 arena fights are instant, but then after that, I guess there is still a duration. That is a bug. It's going to be fixed. But let's see. Kevin says, purposely ignoring the question. So something that I've learned about a lot of the mindset of the community managers that I deal with is that, you know, obviously they can't give an answer if they don't have an answer. You know what I mean? They can't tell me yes or no, or maybe, or, you know, August 12th. They can't do that unless they have an answer. But something that's very consistent with these community managers is they forget to let you know that they're looking into it, right? A non-response could mean that they're looking into it. It also means that they don't care. It also means that they've been asked it a million times and they don't think it justifies a response. It could mean a lot of things, but I don't really know what to take from it aside from my own energy that I put out in the world, and that is to not expect too much from people, to not make assumptions about people. Yeah, so hoping for the best. I don't have an answer for that, but I will look for it. Darth Paninus. I would love that. I would love that. Simple, elegant, informative. Of course, then we'll get mad that they don't find answers, you know, fast enough, I guess. Let me go make sure that I have an update here. Island Hoppers, new season. Okay, it looks like I've already got the, oh, here we go. I do have an update. I do have an update for Hero Wars Alliance. Let's do that. that going. Okay. The big, huge news today is that we have access to Folio's information, right? We can see everything there is to know. Let's see, open image in a new tab. See everything there is to know about our new boy here, or girl. Not actually sure everything there is to know. Not some dusty tome, but an ace up the sleeve of the mystery faction. Okay, wave mystery. All right. Protect the fragile pages of the new Guardian with the right team to give it the time to fully prepare powerful spells and conquer the world with its wizardry. We have magic attack, artifact, magic penetration, and magic attack book. We have intelligence ring, obviously. Pairs well with wave history. Wave mystery is a middle line assuming mage. Oh, it says mage right here. Mage. Pairs with Maya, Cascade, and Orion. So let's take a look at these skills. I have not looked at these skills at all, okay? I have not looked at them one bit. We will talk about, Peter, we are going to talk about the upcoming events in just a second. Don't worry about that. So Ink Blot is the ultimate. Creates a blot above the center of the area where the enemy team is standing, so center line, which grows in size when it is fully formed or if the ability is interrupted. The blot will come crashing down on the enemies and deal massive magic damage. The damage increases every 0.5 seconds of growing. Isn't this just Amira? Isn't this just Amira's ult? Isn't this just Amira's ultimate, but in a different kind of form? Axel Folio, great Griff. New Axel movie I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy one bit. Isn't this just Amira's ability, but slightly different? Are we already running out of ideas? All right. Amira puts a debuff on the enemy team. As the enemy team deals damage, they reduce the amount of magical impact that pops out. Richard King, good point. Why doesn't it blind anybody? Getting hit by ink? Absolutely. So let's see. Let's pull up Amira here. Amira buries her foes under mounds of cursed gold after 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, the curse is released from the gold and deals damage based on its health. Each time an opponent deals damage, they also deal the same. This is basically Amira's ability to me, right? Creates a blot above the center area where the enemy team is standing, which grows in size. So my thinking is the damage is the same no matter what, right? The only difference between Ink Blot, Folio's ability, and Careless Wish, Amira's ability, is Amira's ability can be reduced when the enemies deal damage, right? As the enemies deal damage, the gold swirl gets less and less and weaker. Ink Blot just grows in size. So it starts off targeting maybe just the center hero, and then the position 2, 3, and 4, and then eventually it's all 5. But it has to grow to full size before it can hit all 5. So there's a little bit of a difference there between Ink Blot and Careless Wish. Still, it's a little bit too much overlap for my liking. Very similar. They're very similar. Folio's damage increases. I don't think the damage increases. The damage increases. Okay, it says the damage increases. I still feel like the damage is going to be the same. It's just the Ink Blot size is going to increase. Okay, so green ability. We'll see. We'll see. We don't have the formulas just yet, but we will soon. Ancient Scriptures green ability covers a nearby enemy with writings and deals significant magical damage. This enemy is unable to move. Once the effect ends, the target and all the nearby enemies receive damage. So presumably this hits the tank with magic damage debuff? A mark, maybe? Is it a mark? The enemy is unable to move. Why would we want enemies not able to move? What? Maybe Folio is mobile. This is mobile stuff, guys. Hero Wars Alliance. What is the point of not being able to move? Because Ink Copy, the blue ability, you can see here, right here, creates an Ink Copy in front of allies. The copy cannot move, and as part of Folio's health. So we're not moving. We're still not moving. Counter to Luther, maybe? Oya counter? Could be an Oya counter. Yeah, okay. An enemy that can't move can't attack. Samuel, I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. If an enemy is in range, even though they can't move, think about Anvari's grip. They can still attack, right? Counter Kayla. Well, counter Kayla? Counter Kayla. Okay. I can definitely see Luther. Cascade. Yeah, Kayla's used in mobile a lot. Yeah. Can't dodge. Tom A says that heroes that are locked in place can't dodge. That'd be interesting. Maya has that no move ability. Yeah, true. Okay, so Ink Copy, the blue ability, looks like a defensive ability from Folio here. Creates an ink copy in front of allies, in front of the whole team, your team. The copy cannot move, and as part of Folio's health, magic penetration, and magic attack, each stat also increases for every allied mystery hero. The copy has 0 armor and magic defense, so it's very easy to kill the copy. When enemies attack the copy, all nearby allies gain energy. So this is a area of effect energy gain for your team. An area of effect energy gain for your team. So the question then is the energy gain, is it per hit? Like if it's 1 damage or 1,000,000 damage, is it the same amount of energy gain? Or is there a total amount of energy that the copy gives you? Like let's say, for example, the copy has 100 health. It can give your team 100 energy. Right? By the time the copy dies, your team is given 100 bonus energy. So that's interesting. Very unclear without knowing the exact formulas exactly. Okay. Interesting. So energy gain. There are heroes that love when enemies gain energy. Satori adds extra Foxfire marks. Yeah, there's a couple of heroes that do stuff with bonus energy. Maybe a Tristan team somehow. Maybe in addition to the Fart lineup somehow. I don't know. Good matchup with Elmir. Okay. Interesting. So then finally, the Violet ability, Curse of Knowledge. For a period of time, steals a part of intelligence from the enemy with the highest intelligence. Steals from the highest enemy intelligence, so usually like a mage or something like that. Once the effect ends, all enemies are drawn to the target. It cannot steal more. So what's the point of that then? So Folio seems like its goal is to target mages in the midline. Targets mages in the mid. Because hear me out. If you're hiding a mage in the middle, okay, and the Ink Blot ability, the ultimate ability, starts in the middle and expands, this right here targets a mage in the middle, or anywhere, honestly anywhere, and then all of the enemies are drawn to the target. So all of the enemies are collapsed together, kind of like Maya's, suck together, or Lars's tornado, which sucks the enemies together. And then Ink Blot could drop a lot of damage in one location without having to grow that big. A Yasmin hard counter, says Dr. Akash. How is it a Yasmin hard counter? The Ink Copy? The Ink Copy I could see being a Yasmin hard counter, I guess. Wait, doesn't Yasmin attack the enemy with the highest armor? Pi may have asked that, and I did not get an answer. If she can't move, how would she ult? Ah, okay. So Ancient Scriptures hard counters Yasmin if Yasmin is the target of Ancient. Well, obviously, if it's the target. I mean, how often are you guys seeing Yasmin tanks, though? And Yasmin targets lowest armor. Huh, you're right. So the Ink Copy would have the lowest armor, 0 armor. So this is just like a solid Yasmin counter. Milos Yasmin on Facebook and web is different than Yasmin on Hero Wars Alliance, and we're talking about Hero Wars Alliance. Interesting. Okay, so cool. A Way of Mystery mage that is a nice counter to Yasmin. Okay. the best way to counter Yasmin, if you see a lot of Yasmins, maybe Kayla's even, is to level up Folio. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. But that would be Yasmin tank and defense? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It was a hypothetical question, Scott. I don't see it hardly ever. So Folio and Satori. So the team up suggests Maya, Cascade, and Orion. Okay, so let's take a look at these guys each individually in turn. How and why does this guy team up with Maya? Let's start with Cascade because you're right here. Let's see. Heavy downpour, damaging enemies each second. Afflicting the status effect depending on the main stats. Let's see. Intelligence deals damage, silencing. Agility deals damage, blinding. Strength deals damage. So that doesn't really stack. Crashes through enemy lines, dealing magic damage and knocking back enemies. The knockback is more effective against nearby enemies. So Folio has an ability that sucks enemies together and an ability to hold an enemy in place. Not sure how effective that would be. Refluence, after casting Tidal Wave, Cascade inflicts the sodden armor on enemies hit on the way back. Deals extra damage on the same type. If the damage was dealt by an allied mystery hero, the afflicted damage. So this is probably the ability that they're talking about. Knocking back enemies. Griff, 100% I agree with you there. The Tidal Wave knocking back everybody if they group up. See, my experience with knockbacks is often everybody just takes one step back. They don't group up much, right? But it depends on the team, obviously, and the positioning and how big the hero unit is and all of that. So this could be good. Whenever the afflicted enemy takes damage, sodden armor. So this increases the damage output that Folio will do, or any Way of Mystery hero will do. Let's see. Magic defense is equal to... So, okay, that's... Yeah, that's not that much. Okay, so what else? So who was the other hero? Maya and Orion. Maya and Orion. My Orion is up here. Here we go. So Orion hits the enemies with the highest health with magic damage. It's not Wave Mystery, though. Creates an explosion in the back line, damaging the area. So magnetic field hitting grouped up enemies could be good. Yeah. So Folio groups up enemies. Magnetic field would hit all of them, slowing them all and dealing magic damage. Anti-Miter Blast, you lock an enemy in place with Folio and you hit him with Anti-Miter Blast, okay. And then full charge, gaining extra energy. Yeah, clustering the enemies together is definitely to assist with that ult ability for sure. And then the same can be said for Maya. The big reason why Maya is going to pair well with Folio is this ability right here. Living Sprouts entangle the enemies on the far left and the far right, pulling them together so all the enemies are going to be grouped up. You got grouped up enemies, you got enemies locked in place, you got magic damage to enemies in an area that expands. Let's see, entangle the nearest enemies, preventing them from moving. Yeah, see, again, Maya, nice little help with Yasmin or Kayla. Let's see, most distant enemy with poison pollen, damage over time, and Queen of Flowers is a... it's a little health regen, area of effect health regen. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. And then somebody mentioned Satori. Satori has Centurial Wisdom. Each successful base attack steals intelligence from the enemy. Satori targets the front line, steals intelligence from the front line, whereas Folio is going to target the enemy with the highest intelligence. So I guess it could be the same. It could be the same. Won't Folio pair well with Lilith's ult also? What about with Lilith? What I like about Lilith is... Oh, I thought she was Wave Mystery for a second, but no, she's Chaos. Let's see. Applies a demonic seal. Yeah, definitely would. Yeah, any ability that groups up the enemy team and deals damages to a group in an area, you're gonna find some use with. We're gonna have to sit down maybe and go through and find all of the heroes that have damage to an area. Lilith's ultimate applies a demonic seal to the central enemy. The seal explodes, damaging the target and nearby enemies. Lilith grows in size, increasing your health. And you also have Fire Breath. Launches fire onto the central enemy, reducing magic defense of the center line. I bet Folio works really well with Lilith, actually. I bet Folio and Lilith do really, really well. Heidi, great idea. I bet Heidi and Folio do really well also. Well, Heidi does pure damage though. Heidi does pure damage, which is fine, I guess. We are grouping enemies together. I bet Heidi with those would do well also. Huh. I like it. All great ideas. All great ideas. So how do we counter Folio then? Probably area of effect physical attacks. Kira. Kark probably blows him up. Fast critical hits probably does the job. Dodge teams probably not so much. Way of progress with Lara. Yeah, I could see, you know, any physical teams doing well against Cascade. Cornelius would do good. Jorgen as a counter. I don't know, maybe. Hard to target. Jorgen really wouldn't target Folio. Satori would be a good one. Satori, the main thing about Satori is his ability to add extra Foxfire marks. Where's my Satori at? There we go. Satori does Looming Justice. Anytime an enemy gains bonus energy, they gain 9 Foxfire marks. This would be the biggest ability probably to counter Folio teams, right? Nebula's ult would pair... Oh, yeah, Nebula would pair really well with Folio. Yeah, you're right. I think the biggest counter is going to be Satori. I think the biggest counter by far is going to be Satori. What I'm curious about, and this is what we need to find out over time, is the wording on Inkblot. When it is fully formed or the ability is interrupted, how do you interrupt? How do you interrupt Inkblot from growing? Is this a channeled ability? The ink that Folio stands there and he can't do anything else while he's casting this spell. Because, and the reason why I say that is up here on the top, the wording says, protect the fragile pages with the right team to give time to prepare. I bet you if Folio takes any damage, he gets interrupted. And then the ink blot pops. I bet you that's what happens. Obviously, like a stun or a silence would do it. Assuming a stun or a silence would do it. I bet you any damage causes him to get interrupted. And like Mojo, right? Like Mojo has that ability, or did have that ability. Was it Mojo? I think they fixed or changed Mojo so that it doesn't do it anymore. I think they did. Mojo, I think it was Mojo. I think Mojo used to have an ability. Yeah. Mojo cannot attack or use skills during the time. You can't do anything while he's using this ability. But I don't know if Mojo gets interrupted. I don't ever use Mojo. Huh. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to Folio. I think he's a very cool aesthetic hero. I'm not a big fan of the book kind of thing, but I'm leaning really into casters lately. I've been really enjoying magic damage dealers and mages, control, you know, that kind of stuff. So that could be fun. That could be fun. New hero. Yeah. Okay. Before we transition over to Facebook and web, let's roll some names. Jonas Boy. With 3 Z's, excuse me, I typed 2 Z's. Jonas Boy, you have 1 minute. Oh, that's right. Kayla does jump to the middle on mobile. Kayla would be a good counter. Probably. You know, it really just depends on the timing, I would say. Jonah's Boy, what version of the game do you play? Web and mobile. Okay. Okay. All right. So the other really big news today is we got this nice roadmap here. We got this nice roadmap here. We've got some stuff popping here. All right. Area of Conquest update, Asgard expansion. Okay. Area of Conquest update and Asgard expansion. So first of all of this stuff is subject to change. It's all potentially going to be moved around or added or removed or whatever. So Area of Conquest is the really, 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 really infamous event where people were cheating and got hundreds of thousands of resource boxes. Okay. It needs to be either scrapped entirely or dramatically overhauled. Okay. The matchmaking was horrible, but it's hard to say if it actually was or if there's just lazy guilds that have whales, right? A lot of the whales are lazy. It'll be interesting to see this. I would rather never see Area of Conquest ever again. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. Asgard expansion. This is a new boss. It's got to be a new boss. It's got to be a new boss. What else could it be? Right? They don't do announcements like this if they were just giving new ascension skills to heroes. It's got to be a new boss. One of the reasons why I think it is a new boss is because Hero Wars Dominion Era has shown for months now that they are unable to combat the script kiddies, the cheaters. Unable to do so. And they're blatant with it. They're making videos about it. Right? We got some kind of music note. You guys can see the little music notes in here, right? We have a, this isn't a magic wand. It's a conductor's stick, conductor's wand or whatever, right? Some kind of music themed boss is my best guess. That's my best guess. I'm assuming we're going to see this around Halloween. Okay. Baton. Thank you. Baton. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So Q3, technically we're in Q3 right now. Okay. January, February, March is Q1. April, May, June is Q2. July, August, September is Q3. So sometime in August, September, we're going to see these two changes. Now in Q4, we have a new hero. Very surprised that Dominion Era isn't getting a new hero until Q4. Very surprised. I think we're due for a hero now. Actually, I think we're due for a hero right now. And then in the fall, we get a pet, which is not listed here. Which makes me think the pet is the collaboration. The pet is the collaboration. That's my guess. The collaboration event is a pet. And then a PvP League event. I don't know. They've done a lot of PvP events. So it could be a take on an old event. It could be a new event. It's really hard to say. Yeah. Ashwin, we got Winterfest. We got Lara Croft. Winterfest, Lara Croft, and then we usually get a pet. I'm sorry, we usually get a hero around now-ish, I think. And then a pet in the fall. And then Winterfest again, right? My guess is the collaboration is a pet of some kind. Nintendo. What famous pet deals with a full moon? Scooby-Doo pet? A Pokemon? Probably not a Pokemon. Yoshi would indeed be way... There's no way that Nintendo is going to work with. There's no way. There's no way. So my guess is it's some kind of werewolf. Yeah, I think it's some kind of werewolf. There aren't that many werewolf pets. If it's not a pet, it's... I mean, a collaboration like this, obviously it's a new hero or a pet. I mean, we're assuming that it's a new playable character, right? We're assuming that it's a new hero or a new pet because of the Lara Croft collaboration. An owl? Okay, could be. Could be an owl. Cosmo the space dog? Ooh, Cosmo. Yeah, same thing. Probably not going to get a collaboration with Disney. Scott. A bat? It could be a bat. A famous bat. Don't we already have? Oh, no, we don't have a bat. It's very curious, though. The rabbit from Moon. Werewolf, the atomic ant. Interesting. All great ideas. Moon Knight. Yeah, definitely. You know, if it is Moon Knight, that would actually be pretty cool. I think Moon Knight is a pretty cool character. Very complex, very deep character, if you know anything about him. Yeah. If the pet is Scrappy Doo, I will quit the game. Mortal Kombat character? Oh, we did have that. Wait a second. Where was that poll? Where was that survey? Does anybody remember where that survey was? Do you guys remember there was a survey? There was a survey right after the Lara event, wasn't it? Olympus has the survey in the video. Cool. There was a survey conducted after the Lara Croft event to determine the next collaboration. Yeah, it could be a character from that survey. Were there any characters in the survey that had anything to do with the moon? That would be a likely opportunity there. The poll was noble. The poll was mobile. I know you took it on stream, so it was a mobile poll. Reddit? Guardians of the Galaxy. Halloween is Q4. Yeah, I think the Terminator. Yeah, I think the collaboration could fall in the Halloween, the spooky festival kind of time. Image of the survey. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So, Ranger's Apprentice, Brother Band Chronicles. Not familiar with that. Wonder Woman, Wolverine, Terminator, Saitama, Monkey D. Luffy, Attack on Titan, Star Wars. I feel like all of these are way above next year's pay grade, though. Like, there's no way that Disney is going to work. There's no way that Disney is going to work with Nexters. There's no shot. The only reason Crystal Dynamics did is because it's a failed company. I mean, yeah, I guess if they have the money. Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine the amount of money it would take? If it was Wolverine, they would have already done it. Goku does fit the moon. Oh, right. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, Saiyans in the Dragon Ball universe, when they see the moon, they turn into their Their giant, is it an ape form? It could be Goku. Wolverine is not a wolf, Anthony Smith. Wolverine is a Wolverine. It's a different it's a different animal altogether. Wolverines are not wolves. It's a different mammal. It's monkey form. Ozaro form, is that what it is? I know, I can see it. And you cut the tail off, right? Wolverine can be related to Moon, though? No, if it was going to be a Wolverine collab, they would have done it now. They would have done it right now with Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters. Kamehameha as alt. You know, if they have Goku or any of the other Saiyans, that would be crazy. That would get a lot of people to play the game. Can they? I don't think they can afford Wolverine. I don't think they can afford Wolverine. Still expect Link. Yeah, I don't have A2H. Sorry, the screenshot was scared of me. So yeah, I think that Goku is coming to Hero Wars. That wouldn't be a pet though. That wouldn't be a pet, but well, yeah, there you go. Oh man, what a despicable me. Yeah, I know, Shad. I'm saying that if Wolverine was possible, it would be happening right now with the movie, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Rangers Apprentice, nothing new with the Moon. Okay, thank you, Daily Chess Shorts. I had no idea. I'm not familiar with that universe at all. Not familiar with that at all. Ashwin, I shared a whole video about the August events that we know about yesterday. A whole video about it. Oh, dang, I forgot. I forgot about that. Power Rangers. Attack on Titan, they're doing several collabs. Could be Attack on Titan. That's a little too niche, though. You know, Attack on Titan's a good anime, but maybe a little too niche. A little too niche. Very cool. Okay. I hope it's a pet. Okay, let's draw another name. Gabriel Fernandez. Gabriel, let me know what version of the game you're playing. Clippy from the Microsoft help function. That would be great. Underworld, an Underworld collab. Oh, that is just right about where it could be. Web player. Nice. Okay. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name. Mon? Yeah, I don't know. Blizzard could collab. Yeah. Web player. Nice. Okay. All right. We'll draw another name or two in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's burn some energy off. Let's do a little bit of PvP, burn some energy off, and is that all of the things? Legends draft. We can do the Cosmic Battles. Cosmic Battles are over, though, aren't they? Or do we have one more day? Yeah, I've got one more day. Oh, no, they are over. Good riddance. How about a WoW collab? I mean, who would you want as a World of Warcraft collab? Like Thrall, Varian. There's a lot of great heroes in Warcraft lore. A lot. Sylvanas. Ragnaros. Tomorrow, Galen. We're going to draft tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. He said web. Manwin Duke. Is that how to pronounce it? Yeah, he said web. Web player. The Duck is Angry. Great YouTube name. The Duck is Angry. Yeah, Lady Sylvanas Windrunner would be great. The Duck is Angry is a web player. Okay. I've always had trouble pronouncing that name, though, Galen. Let's see if the logs have updated from yesterday. Not yet. I'm gonna show off a little bit. We raided Molten Core last night. Let's see. Reports. Ani. There we go. So I was a top DPS on every boss. Top DPS. RTFTO. It's my druid's name. Top DPS on every boss. Let's see. We did Onyxia first. Onyxia is a big caster fight. Didn't do well there. Lucifron. Lucifron was the first boss in Molten Core. I had the top DPS. Magmadar, top DPS. Second boss in Molten Core. And then Gaianis. I got beat a little bit. Can't remember what happened here. I think I might have died, maybe. Still top 10. Still top 10 DPS. Let's see. Gar. Oh, I remember. I kept getting knocked back. Gar, I still top 10. Pyra beat me. Got these other ones. Let's see. Baron Geddon. I'm not sure what happened with Baron Geddon. Definitely on the low end of damage. For sure. Shazra. Didn't top Shazra. Sulfuron Harbinger. Top DPS on Sulfuron Harbinger. Let's see. Golemag. Top DPS. Majordomo Executus. Top 7 DPS. And then finally on Ragnaros. I was low in Rag. Casters do really well on Ragnaros, though. Range damage dealers. Yeah. And then we did the world bosses. I had top damage on Azurgos, and then Lord Kazakh, 4th place. Not bad. Not bad. No, Raf, you don't have to be online. What campaign level? Daniel, I always do chapter 9. I always do this one right here every day for the 3 because of the 3 items that it gives me. And then I do the final mission here for the prestige quests because I'm lazy. I can start it and get up and walk away. And then right now I'm dumping the rest of my energy into Aiden. Trying to finish off Aiden. 1:30 a.m. Yeah, we played late. Played pretty late. I wasn't up until 1:30. I'm not sure where you got that from. I was in bed by 11:30, I think. Yeah. Okay. Enough bragging. Let's do a little bit of PvP and then we can wrap stuff up here. The unit. Let's see. We got a Does Marcus have armor artifacts? It's magic defense. Okay. You know what that means. You know what that means. Not there. Okay. 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 Yeah, I don't use Dante though. Morgan could be good. I won't need Morgan because I have Kark. I don't need Morgan because I have Kark. I could use Morgan Iris though. I don't need to stun. I don't need to counter control, so no Sebastian. Blade would be cool. Use Ishmael. I don't have Ishmael leveled up either. Dante is the bestest. I could go Maya Arachne. Yeah. Oh, should have changed that to Albus. Should have changed that to Albus. Should have changed that to Albus. Didn't end up mattering. Zhu. I was thinking on Zhu. Jiv. Triple armor artifacts. I need to break Heidi out of his camouflage, and if I don't, then I'm going to be in trouble. Oh man, he dodged. That's okay. Okay. Triple armor artifact. You know, Polaris is a good addition to that team. Polaris is a good addition to that team. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Burnt down the Citadel. Very cool. What do we got in Clash of Worlds? What do we got? Let's see. We don't have any of our Titan attacks left. We got 2 hero attacks. Let's see. Ig took that one. Oh, everybody's assigned. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look someplace else. Okay. We'll come back later. One more name. Bundy Man. Bundy Man. Polaris helps counter Martha, though. That's the reason why you need to slow down. You need to stop Martha. If you're using Ishmael, you have to have a way to counter Martha. Otherwise, you lose. Ishmael never sees Martha. She way back there. She way back there. She got area effect healing. She got speed up. She's got armor artifacts. Gotta counter Martha. Iris would have been good. Iris Ishmael. Bundy, what version of the game do you play? Rafi, because I want to live stream to a different group on Thursdays. And once upon a time, Rafi, the Hero Wars Facebook and web events only happened Thursday night. Web player. Nick M, there you go. There's a way to counter Martha with an Ishmael team. Cleaver, Ishmael. But then you have a really, really, really weak tank. See, the problem with... Well, the problem with having all of those types of things on defense, and the main reason why this game is so interesting to me, is because it's all about solving puzzles, right? It's a resource management game, but it's all about solving puzzles. So if you have Cleaver, then you have to use Dorian instead. But then, you don't have the armor artifact, and you have a much weaker tank in Cleaver. If you have Amira instead of in there to counter whatever, then both Ishmael and Amira are weaker because you don't have anything to support them. Oftentimes one damage dealer by themselves isn't enough to do it. You have to have a boosted something, right? We will be back 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That is 1:30 a.m. UTC tomorrow evening. Yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Good live stream. We will see you all back here tomorrow. Please leave a like on the way out the door if you found this live stream interesting or at least a little bit educational. But just watching is good enough for me. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.